yo, yo! Here we go!
This is special report. This is special report.
I just wanted to show you this interview with Ismael Perez. It was 8 days ago. And I consider him my new teacher, just like Dale Dufay is my new teacher, spiritual teachers. And I believe these people can help this planet to raise their frequencies. Who am I? The one and only, the Supreme Creator. That's who I serve. This new religion, it's inside you because you're Mandela affected. We all star seeds. We all are star seeds. This is a Penguinati crew production.
So is that why, that's why I don't personally agree with this deeply held view of a religious God. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't resonate with me, because all these religions are based on a God that has these human feelings of anger, jealousy, and narcissism. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, religious gods talk about punishment, they talk about fire, they talk about brimstone, they talk about punishment after death, and there's always this sense of guilt and shame that's attached to everything we do, and that we have to be forever grateful to have the chance to worship him. Am I wrong in feeling that way about religious gods?
You're absolutely right, actually, because the religious gods are actually extraterrestrials. They're what I call in my book the negative fallen Anunnaki that took over the affairs of the earth. They're actually extraterrestrials. They're what I call in my book the negative fallen Anunnaki that took over the affairs of the earth. Yeah, so the God, the one God that is constantly repeating itself in the Old Testament, that is this vengeful God, that is this jealous God, you know, is actually Marduk, the son of Enki Poseidon, who is actually the chief leader of the dark forces here on this planet. He's known as Belial. He's got different names according to different traditions. I don't know what Islam calls him, but in Christianity he's known as Satan. So you could say that the God of the Bible
is it Dajjal? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But from what I read, through my investigations, I discovered that he was the one who mixed everything and edited everything to make him look like he was supreme ruler of the earth and the universe. Right. And it was all part of his agenda to bring about world domination. So this concept of world domination is nothing new. It's something that has been going on, you know, for a long time. It actually originated off-world, you know. So yeah, so that was the guy who inserted himself as the God of the Bible, you know, the Babylonian God, and then that's what gave rise to the Roman Catholic Church, which we know is the core of all Luciferianism in modern times. It's Babylon repeating itself again. The organization of religions was instituted by the fallen Elohim, which took over the affairs of the earth, and in order to suppress us and to keep us disconnected from our own direct experience with the divine, and also to keep us divided, because it is through the concept of divide and conquer that these negative forces are able to bring about their world domination and have control of the masses and keep them in a state of fear. Because when people are in a state of fear, they release this chemical substance called lush, and lush is what these dark forces live off of, and that's why human sacrifice, that's why, you know, the satanic child rituals have been taking place for millennium, have all been sacrificed to both Belial Marduk and his cousin Moloch. Feed off of human fear and emotion.
So that's the frequency that they feed off of, right? Fear. And yeah, right, that makes a lot of sense. So, and oh gosh, I've heard you also speak about the fact that there are multiverses that have been predominantly taken over by artificial intelligence. So who is it that created this cosmic AI?
The original AI, Archon energy, could possess it and eventually, you know, use that avatar to take over that universe. And we call him Lucifer. You know, right. Lucifer was the first one to create AI.
So why does Lucifer, so he basically needed a host to put that consciousness in.
For that consciousness to embody and you know, become active in the material realms of existence. Because, you know, the Zuckerberg does not, you know, people like that don't have souls. Yeah, they're all part of the AI computer generated system. In other words, they're like non-player. What do they call NPCs? Non-player characters. Yeah.
So that has a lot to do with the metaverse, like in terms of the fact that we're now creating our own AI world, kind of a virtual reality. Where is that similar to what's happening in the other galaxies?
Yes. What's happening here happened in many galaxies already. Many biological life forms were actually converted to machines. You know, so the transhumanist agenda has been going on throughout the many universes because of this AI war. And so it's now happening here, you know, and that's what we're fighting ultimately. It's not the Draco reptilians, it's not the Greys, you know, it's not the, you know, deep state cabal. It's AI, because AI is actually controlling the cabal.
Like, is there a reason that the exposure of the occult is so exceptionally slow?
Yeah, because they don't want to be known. They want to keep their agenda hidden. Because once enough people find out about what's really been going on and about the agenda of converting us to machines, it's going to cause a huge rebellion.